version of yourself professionally and personally. Each episode empowers you to release the limitations, fears, and old patterns that keep you stuck, while embracing the strategies and mindsets that lead to true success. Through powerful conversations and expert insights, you'll discover how to transform your career trajectory while maintaining inner balance, build unshakable confidence in your abilities, create meaningful relationships that support your growth, and master the art of letting go to make room for what serves you. Whether you're climbing the corporate ladder, building your dream business, or seeking deeper personal fulfillment, Let It Go and Flourish provides the guidance you need to thrive in all areas of life. Join our community of forward-thinking individuals who are ready to release what no longer serves them and step into their full potential. New episodes drop every Friday at 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time. Visit merlinclark.com to listen to the podcast and take the first step toward your extraordinary future. Remember, your greatest self emerges when you let go of who you think you should be and embrace who you truly are. Let it go and flourish. Release, renew, and rise.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Let It Go and Flourish podcast, the place where we discuss real life, real growth, and actual results. This is episode 3 of season 2, and I am your host, Merlin A. Clark, and I thank you for tuning in today. Now, if you're tuning in for the first time, Let It Go and Flourish is a transformative podcast that guides you in becoming the best version of yourself, both professionally and personally. The inspiration behind this podcast came from my book with the same name, Let It Go and Flourish. And here is a copy. All right. And this is available on Amazon.com. However, you may purchase a signed copy directly from me. Now, friends, today you are in for a special treat. I am fortunate to have Paula Washington, MBA, MS, as my expert guest. But before I present Paula, let me share some information about her, because this woman here is a powerhouse in her own right. Paula Washington, MBA, MS, is a business and leadership strategist, speaker, and author with over 30 years of experience helping accomplished women navigate pivotal transitions in career, business, and life, turning experience into legacy. Whether moving from corporate to an encore career, growing a business, or exploring what's next, Paula guides women to gain clarity, confidence, and strategic direction. Through her Encore framework and strategic coaching approach, she helps women redefine their next chapter with intention and impact. She is the creator of the Encore Playbook and the Encore Reset Journal, practical tools designed for women ready to step into their next season with clarity, confidence, and purposeful action. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Paula Washington. Paula, welcome to Let It Go and Flourish podcast show.
Thank you so much, Marilyn. It's such a pleasure to be here with you today. I'm so excited about our time together.
Oh, amazing, amazing. I'm telling you, folks, you're in for a treat today because she's going to drop some gems to help you flourish, move forward, get unstuck, and live that life of purpose. Because you know what? We were created on purpose for a purpose. Let me repeat that. We were created on purpose for a purpose. So, Paula, can you share what really inspired your work helping women leaders step confidently into their next chapter?
Well, that's a loaded question. Excuse me. So I will give you a brief overview. After being downsized several times and going through life happenings at the same time, I realized, wait a minute, I don't have a chance to sit here and wallow in, oh, this happened, that happened, that happened. Get up, I got to do something. So I went to the SBA to get a loan for my business. Ended up getting a contract because they didn't have a program for the Women's Resource Center and Entrepreneur Program, and I had one. So while I was there, I pulled it out of my briefcase. I shared it with them. They contracted me, and I was the spokesperson for that particular program to help them get it off the ground because they had the funding, but they didn't have an actual curriculum.
Wow.
So yeah, so that was like an incredible opportunity, one of those God things that if you ever wonder, because I was going for jobs and this and that and the other, overqualified, this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, I don't have time to sit here and wallow in what's not happening. I have to make something happen for myself. And I've been doing training and development in corporate and also doing it in community and stuff like that. And I was like, wait a minute. And then when I thought about it and I looked back at my great grandmother who graduated college in 1894, and I looked at my grandmother who graduated Juilliard in New York and was a real estate broker, as well as my mom being the first manager in a bank branch when all the other women were tellers.
Mm.
They didn't
Wow.
wallow in what I should do or couldn't do. They just did what they did. So I said, well, it's my opportunity to lead in the way that I should lead for my life, looking at what they've done. And so Encore was born based on that. Encore was born based on the decades of my life and being able to look at things and say, reevaluate and say, okay, that didn't work. Let's leave that to yesterday and let's pull everything else into today.
Amazing. Isn't that amazing? I'm still stuck on when you went to the SBA looking for a loan. Instead, you got a contract. How does that happen? That is a God moment. It
Absolutely.
is a God
Absolutely.
moment.
It
You
is.
know?
It
No
is.
accidents.
No, nothing is a coincidence. There's so many
Nothing.
times in life and in things that I've been involved in that has happened where I've just turned up in the right place at the right time, or someone has mentioned me to someone else, or all these kind of things. And the reason those things can happen is because you're in alignment with the divine plan for your life. I believe all of us have a plan for our lives. Now, how you going to live that out and what direction your faith goes, that's a personal choice. But for me, I said, well, I don't have another choice because I can't get it. I'm not able to find work. So do what I was created to do. And, as we were talking earlier, and I talked about how I was in my grandmother's office, in her broker office as a little girl, sitting there with my pad, and I'm acting like I'm a businesswoman like her, and I'm doing what she's doing and all this kind of thing, not knowing I would be an entrepreneur later in life, not knowing that
Amazing.
all of the women and everything they've done, and the men in my family as well, they were very good husbands and supportive of their wives and stuff that they did, was all of the seed of inheritance in who I've become now in my late 60s, which is the best time of my life. So
Yeah.
looking back, I know what it looks like at 40. I know what it looks like at 50. I know what it looks like at 60. I also know that loss gives us a gift. And so I feel like it's my opportunity and responsibility to get up and serve again and honor who they were through what I do.
This is such an amazing experience because I find that I help women over 40, 50, 60 live their purpose, overcome limiting beliefs,
Mm-hmm.
and lead with clarity and confidence. And I was sharing with you that I'm building this legacy program. So what I'm saying here is nothing happens by accident. It's all no coincidence. This is what you were created to do. And before the show, we were talking about how at this stage of our lives, we get to do what we love to do and what we were created to do. You know?
Exactly.
So it's like full circle. You're doing what you were created to do. And I emphasize the word created. And I even share that, we were created on purpose for a purpose, and we are living that purpose. And we want to encourage other women to discover their purpose. They're not creating their purpose, it's already created for them. but they need to discover it. And what you do is to help them get unstuck and discover their purpose and to live, to flourish. So, Paula, um, what's the biggest challenge women face when redefining their leadership mid or late career? In your experience, what would you say is the biggest challenge women face?
Okay, from an internal perspective, their mindset. They believe they're not enough or they believe they're too late. Either
Mm,
one is going to stop them from doing. Then the emotional history of things not working out in the past
mhm,
and being afraid to step out into the future. So
mm.
they're kind of stuck in the middle. So when I created my Encore framework, which E is for exit with intention, N is for navigate the new after the crazy and the chaos that we've created, and we got to own it. Then C is for commit, communicate equals authentic connections. And then O is for opportunity, to recognize every opportunity in front of you, to actually seize that opportunity or create one. You don't sit back and wait for people to do for you. Yeah. Excuse me. You do it for yourself. So then we're looking at R is for relevant. We have to be relevant to the times we're living in, get out of our fantasies and head and thinking about what we want it to be. And what it is what it is. Let's package that. Let's repurpose it or reimagine it or whatever you have to do and make it resonant with the people or the niche that you're moving forward in and realistic and just go with it. Then we're
Yeah.
looking for E is for excellence, which is our standard of excellence, your
Excellence.
personal trademark. You are the go to person for something.
Yes.
Package that, monetize it, leverage your wisdom, your experience, and expertise, and let's go.
And I
And
like
so,
what you said about that because everybody is an expert at something.
exactly,
And you have to lean into that. You need to find out what is that thing that I am so good at. And then you need to lean into that. Not what Paula is doing, what Merlin is doing, but what is it that you are an expert in? And then you lean into that and create your own path. I love
Ex-
it.
exactly. Because the thing about it is, what limits people from having the courage to move forward is they don't have a plan to exit where they are. So you have to exit with intention. Life is about intentionality at this stage in life, whether you're in your late 40s, 50s, or wherever you are. Everything is about intentionality.
It is.
What is the outcome or the output are you expecting or preparing for? And if you're not preparing for anything, you're not going to get anything.
Stop right there. Opportunity is part of your encore framework. The O is for opportunity. And
Yes,
then you're just talking about preparing for something. Because here's the thing. If we're not preparing when opportunities knock, and if we're not prepared, guess what's going to happen with that opportunity?
it's going to pass you by.
Thank you.
And then you're going to sit there saying, wish I could have, would have, should have. I'll get over it. There is a moment where you can have some regret and realize, well, I need to make some changes so that I don't repeat those patterns.
Yes.
And then get past it and go on. You can't change yesterday. You can change today. You can change tomorrow, but you can't change yesterday. And you can't change another human being. Stop trying. Focus on yourself to be the best you can be. Show up 100. And that beautiful energy, that love, the vibrance, your intelligence, everything in you, all of your brilliance shows up. It changes the atmosphere you're around. Everyone around you now, that energy lifts everybody up. You draw opportunities to you that you would have never thought of,
Yes.
things you would have never came into your mind. And and you meet people that you would have never met, all
Absolutely.
because you owned who you are and decided to walk in your own truth.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Did you hear what she said? All because you own who you are. And this year I kicked off talking about how to overcome identity crisis, because
Mhm.
so many of us don't know who we are. And when you don't know who you are, you blend in like a chameleon because you don't know who you are. And you try to live somebody else's dream. That's not going to work.
No, but and the reason that is because that's the way women were socialized. We were socialized to serve everybody else and to be everybody's doormat. And that was not what we were born and created to do. When God had us in mind, He did not have us in mind to be everybody's servant. Every human being on this planet has an opportunity to be who they were born to be. And as you grow and as you are exposed to more things, you start to blossom like a rose, and you start to have a beautiful aroma, and your petals start to open, and you start to experience life and find out what that looks like for you. Yes, you'll have guides and examples in front of you, but they've already walked their path. Well, how are you going to do what you are created to do? What is the thing inside of you, the propensity inside of you that you like and you gravitate to? Do that. And don't compare and don't look at anyone else, because their journey and yours is very different. And you might be on the same street, but not in the same lane. And it's okay,
It's okay.
because everybody has a price to pay for their own journey. And so focus on who you are and where you're going. And if there was no one to give you an example in the past, perhaps you're the trailblazer. Perhaps you're the pioneer for the family. Perhaps you're the one that was chosen to be the one to to help everyone else move in another direction. So
Yeah.
don't wallow in it. Get
Yes.
up, stand up, and get moving.
Get moving. And you said it. Don't compare. And, my thing that I've been talking about this
Hmm.
season, we were created to contribute, not compete. Because there's
That's
so much
right.
out there for each of us. Don't compare, don't compete, just contribute.
Exactly. Because
Right.
that's the only thing we're supposed to be doing. We have
Contribute.
enough. If you focus on your what you're called to do, that is a 24-hour, 7-day a week occupation. You
Yes.
don't have time. Now, we have different roles in our life. And
Hmm.
the roles of being a woman, the roles of being maybe a mom, a wife, or grandmom, or whatever, employee, teacher, whatever it is. You may have 10 different roles that you operate in within a day. But that is not defining who you are. Those are your roles. The job is not who you are. A VP of this is not who you are. None of the things that you've done in the past are who you are. They are the roles that shape the gift and the talent that you sold for time. You sold your time for this particular money as a teacher in the school system, as a working in a company, or working for the government, or working wherever you worked, or whatever you did. Those were your tools and your skills that you traded for a salary that helps you take care of your household and yourself. However, that doesn't define who you are as a person. That just sharpens the gift and the talents that you may have. And you
Let's
take
talk.
that role, and you
Yeah.
take the role of being a manager as a mom, managing a household and running this and that, and you take the roles of every other area in which you live and serve, and you put all
Correct.
those together and you say, oh, this is a whole pie right here.
A whole pie right there. Let me read some of the comments we have here. David Jones, CEO of the HELLO. He said, Happy Friday, Merlin, and everyone. Great conversation. Tara Bush, MBA, part of the HELLO organization. She said, So true. Great conversation and share. Tanya Lyon said, Loss gives us a gift.
Yes,
Hashtag gem. And Tara said, Yes, we are meant to create.
exactly.
Cornell says, loving this. And David Jones, again, he said, things happen when you have the right energy and vibration. And then he said, boom, being preventive. Jonelle said, it will pass you by. That's opportunity, I think she's talking about. You have to prepare for opportunity. And David said, there is enough abundance for us all. And I just put in the comment where they can find you if they need to book you, follow your program. So thanks for your comments, folks. I love you all. And let's continue, Paula, because like they say, gems, hashtag gems. Let's continue.
Okay. Well, one of the things I'm hosting a 4-part series this month called Redefine Your Leadership, and you can find it on my website, paulawashington.com. And the reason that I designed that particular 4-part series is from the Encore Reset Journal. How that came about, I published the Encore Playbook last June, and my previous clients and current clients wanted a journal. So I had to create another one in December. So 2 books in 1 year. Who does that? You know what I mean? And I'm saying that is because we're all going to be challenged in our talent. We're all going to be challenged in who we are to excel beyond what we thought we were going to do. And when those things happen, just go with it. Just go with it, and it lands wherever it lands. And so it was so exciting in creating that journal because they all wanted a place to track where they're going. And the new people wanted, okay, well, if you did that for them, well, we want a class too. So I created that. And I'm saying all that to say, what if you have one thing that you do well and you have some people that like it? Build it out. Keep testing it. Keep putting it out there because you never know who may attend or how you may impact their life for their next stage of life. And then how it may grow. And that could be the direction of the opportunity you need to create for yourself. Whether you're moving into an encore career, as far as changing jobs or changing occupations and so forth, or whether you're setting up a business or working in someone else's business, or looking at a franchise or what have you. Whatever the opportunity is, it will reveal itself because you don't get it until you go. You've got to do something in order to get the momentum moving, in order to get the next step of how to go forward.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. So I wanted to ask you, what's one mindset shift or tool that helps women lead with clarity, confidence, and impact?
One mindset shift is I'm brilliant and I know I can do it. And now let's see how I did it.
Yes.
That's how I share with every woman. I'm saying your path has already been written. Now you got to walk it out.
Yes.
Let's see how you walked it out. Let's come up with it. Every mistake and everything that we try that does not succeed is not a failure. It is the wrong strategy or the wrong time. Okay, so let me find the right strategy. If it's not for now, it's for later. Let's keep moving. So when we're talking about mindset shifts, we are looking at how we see our own capability, how we see our own capacity. There are some people that may have a 10-gallon capacity, and some may have a 5, and some may have a 1. Nobody cares what it is. You know what yours is. Go with that. Just take one thing and go with that.
Yes.
Just one thing and just go with it.
Start somewhere.
Exactly.
Start somewhere. Don't compare. Well, Paula started with a 10-gallon. I only have 2-gallon. Start somewhere and build on it. Compound that compound effect. And don't compare, don't compete. Contribute and collaborate. It's all about, when you combine so many people together with their different skills, you have a room full of great skills instead of one person doing something. You come together and you collaborate. I collaborate with some people. I'm collaborating with someone now. He's also a leadership coach, but because I'm a DISC consultant, he said, Merlin, we're going to do this. I need you to do the DISC assessments for me, and I'm going to market it and all of that stuff. That's an opportunity right there for me. Instead of not having those clients, he said, I'm going to collaborate with Merlin. Merlin gets some of it. I get some of it. Instead of losing it all, we look at collaboration. And that's what I love about the Encore program. I really love the Encore framework because
Thank you so much.
Yes, leading with clarity, confidence,
and
talking about
intentionality.
opportunities. Yes. I love it, love it, love it, love it, Paula. Now, in closing, what's one key takeaway you hope participants leave with? And how can listeners reserve their, well, I already put that in the chat. They can reserve their spot with you. I pasted your information, your connect information on LinkedIn, Instagram, and your website, as well as your email and your phone number. I have that in the chat for anyone who wants to connect with Paula, whether you
Mm-hmm.
want to have her on your show, whether you want to participate in the Encore program, or have her as a personal coach. Her information is in the chat. But Paula, tell us one key takeaway you hope participants leave with, and how can listeners reserve their spot? Let's do that.
Okay. Clarity, confidence, and continuity.
Okay.
Be consistent in your own life
Mm-hmm.
and watch that continuity build momentum and lead you to great things.
Yeah.
How you can get your spot for the upcoming series, you can go to paulawashington.com and you can register on the events page. The
Mm-hmm.
series starts on Saturday, the 21st of February. It's 4 Saturdays. It's a 4-part series. Books are included. Also, by the 13th, there is a early bird special of saving of $100.
Wow.
And also, I am offering for the first 10 registrants a private one-on-one session with me to help them after the first 2 sessions map out their plan and their process to get them ready for the presentation and their closing program. So I'm really excited about the value that I'm able to give, and also about seeing people light bulbs go off and be excited about their future, because this is not just for this year. It's for 2026 and beyond. It's a strategic life plan that incorporates the business piece, incorporates the legacy piece, incorporates the fun, incorporates everything in your life that you wanted. And there's a piece in the book, in the Reset Journal, where I tell the women, you deserve an Oscar for your life performance. So let's draw one. And so everybody's going to have their crayons and stuff, and they're going to draw their particular Oscar with what that looks like for them, because we do need to honor ourselves in a way that we've not done that before.
Wow.
Unapologetically be me. Like it, lump it. Everybody don't like my fragrance, and I don't care. At this stage of my life, I really don't care. You know, I don't care. It's
you,
not important. What was important when I was 20 and 30 is no longer important or relevant now. And so make the most of the time you've been given. Each of us have been given 1,440 minutes a day. How much time have you wasted if you were worth $5 a minute and you wasted how many minutes? 10 minutes doing what? Nothing. Wasting time scrolling when you could be making money, or you could be coming up with an idea, or interacting with someone, or helping somebody.
yeah.
Look at the time and the energy that you've been given, which is a gift.
Time
And
is a
share it.
gift.
Time
Time.
is a gift. It's a currency. How you spend that currency will determine how you evolve and elevate in your own life and others.
Wow.
Can
Wow.
you be trusted?
Mm. Wow. 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 This is just, let me go back to some of these comments that are here. There are additional comments. Okay. Delali Begun, yes, he's celebrating. And I just want to say, if people look at my overlay here, this was designed by HELLO, David Jones and Tara Bush. They are my people. They designed all of this and set me up for my podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And they designed my Biz in the Box, merlinclark.com. This is where people can find me. So if anyone needs help with something like this, they can contact David Jones or Tara Bush on LinkedIn. So David Jones, CEO, right there. And you can reach me at merlinclark.com. And I've already, if you scroll up and down on the comment, you will see where you can reach Paula and to participate in the Encore Framework program. If you want to get unstuck in 2026 and beyond and flourish and let go of some things that keep you stuck, the Encore Framework program is for you. Paula, you have been an amazing guest, and I'm so honored that you took the time to be with me today. I appreciate you, and I look forward to more collaboration. Thank you again, and I will close with a word from our sponsor. Let me do this. A word from our sponsor.
Hello. I am Merlin Clark. And as the owner of Mac Leadership Solutions, I know you're driven for growth. The Mac Success Academy is your launchpad to capture those explosive moments and achieve the success you crave. For less than your daily coffee habit at $17 a month, you will gain access to live training, action-oriented teachings, and a library of digital courses that are written, audio, or video. Don't miss out on this investment in yourself. It's the key to unlocking the best year of your life. At under $1 a day, you'll gain the tools and strategies to dominate this year and beyond. Remember, lasting transformation demands action. If you yearn for more success, growth, happiness, and stability, the Mac Success Academy is your answer. It's time to stop wishing and start thriving. Join us today.